Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. This is your first time here. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. If you're returning, I really appreciate you coming back to see what I got to say. So with that said, what I do here is kind of quick relationship reading, see what's going on between you and whoever this romantic interest is, Sagittarius, for the week of February 6th. Yeah, February 6th. So the way this will go is I pull 3 to represent your energy going into this week, and then I got 3 that will represent your interests energy, whoever that person may be in your life, to get their energy going into the week. And then a lot of times, and you'll know if you've watched it before, a lot of times stuff's pretty clear, get a good idea of what's going on just from what's drawn. But every once in a while, something might be a little vague. And if that happens, I do have another deck here for clarification, should that need arise. Go away. I have a cat, I'm sorry. So anyway, Sagittarius, I'm going to start with you. Leading it off, so you know what these mean, leading it off is the Hermit. Now the Hermit is introspection, it's soul searching, it's going within yourself to find the truth rather than being swayed by bombardment of, other people's input. This is you finding your own. And then you have the 7 of Pentacles, which is slowing down. Now, Pentacles usually represent the physical world. And the physical world can be anything in general. It can be anything from your job, finances, money, your personal possessions, but it can also be your body, your health. It can be anything that is in the physical world. And then you have the Moon. The Moon is getting clarity in a relationship. It's, on a path to the truth, coming to light. And a lot of times it can represent honest conversation. Sagittarius, your energy here is all about you. This is going to be you finding what matters to you. There's a lot of you in there, but there's a lot of you that week. You have Hermit energy. You are within your own mind. You have slowing down, meaning that the impulsiveness is less common, because you have that taking it slow, taking a breath. But the big one that really means a lot is that honest conversation. Now, honest conversation will be somewhat with them, but this is more so honest conversation with yourself. This is you finding out who you are. Whatever this problem is, Sagittarius, that, very specifically has been weighing on you, whatever this issue is, this is a week where you're getting your affairs in order, if that makes sense. You're getting your stuff together. You're getting your mind in its right place, especially when it comes to in the physical world. This may be one of those moments where you're trying to understand, why am I not where I want to be? Why are you not where you want to be? That's a question we all ask. It's a question that because we're full of want as a human. We want more than we have. Do you have enough? And you're kind of living in want? Is this a moment that could be coming to light when you realize that you don't need all the things that you want? You have what you need? Or if you don't have what you need, is this a moment where you can kind of narrow it down. I want a car, I want a TV, I want my furnace fixed. And that's a lot of want, but what do you need? Does the furnace still work? If it does, do you have a car that still works? If it doesn't, then this would be the priority. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, gosh, that's a lot about money, and this is supposed to be about love. Keep in mind that the physical world and the metaphysical world, the spiritual world, however you would describe your own intuitive, inner being, they go hand in hand. When people are worried about their future, they generally are a lot more introspective. They're generally a lot more withdrawn because they're focused more on themselves. And when they're withdrawn, that gives outside people the messaging that you're uninterested. And when you're uninterested, and you've been the victim of this, we all have, you're with somebody who doesn't seem like they're interested. That then starts your hamster wheel spinning. Am I doing something wrong? And that affects the relationship. So having a good understanding of where your energy is leading can help you to kind of get an idea of what you're going to be dealing with on the inside. So Sagittarius, let's find out what's going on with your romantic interest, whoever this person may be. They have their Two of Wands, which is planning for the future. You can be flirting, kind of setting things up. They're taking the first steps on a new idea, a new ideal. And they're going to be rife with willpower. This is the type of person that's going to be coming on strong. And this is why. They have the World, which is a new phase in the relationship. It's a learning lesson, confidence. Now, I do apologize for clearing my throat. The weather's been legit hot and cold. I don't even know what to think anymore. But this person is understanding a new phase in the relationship. And that new phase in the relationship, once again, this is weekly energy, so these things do fluctuate. They're noticing your change. And they are likely going to try to overcompensate for the difference here. Normally we're at a 50-50, understanding, giving 50, getting 50. If you're withdrawing your own energy, if you're withdrawing your own thought, then it's either, you're giving 20 and they're giving 50 and nothing has changed except for you. Or in this case, it looks like if you're falling back, they're rushing in to meet that, if that makes sense. The tension dynamic between the two of you. They're going to try to fill in the cracks. They have a 10 of Wands as well, which is burden, being overwhelmed. Their willpower is stretched too thin. And this is their overall story. This week is compensation. They're pushing hard to meet where you are falling back. So this person, and here's the worst part. This person is filling in that attention with their energy. They're filling it in here. But when you're back here, you're going to really be receptive to somebody who's trying too hard. I don't think that they have bad intentions, but it's going to be really difficult for you to grasp that when they're really trying to make up for lost ground in this week's, energy between you, Sagittarius, and whoever this romantic interest is. So be prepared to probably feel that too, that burden, being overwhelmed. This person is I could see them, especially with their confidence and their strong willpower, potentially showering you with gifts, lots of, flirty words, trying to break through your shell. The best, and this is just from me, your best course of action, in my opinion, you obviously have free will to make your own choices in life. My suggestion, my opinion here is yes, you have the tools to really logic yourself through a problem that you have, or at least get yourself into the realm of understanding what the problem even is so you can begin to address it. Communicate with them. Let them know how you feel, and if they start coming on strong, don't be afraid to tell them to stop. I know it's gonna be, and do it nicely. Do it with a smile, because the way that your energy is looking here, you're not gonna be the one to smile much. You're not gonna be the one to show a lot of emotion outward. And this might be one of those cases of fake it till you make it. And they'll probably see right through it, but at least that might give them the peace of mind that you're not pushing them aside, because that's what this is about. They're going to feel alone, and they're going to find ways to compensate, and they're going to come on strong, and you are not in the mood for that crap. So just communicate, talk with them, let them know what the problem is, because if they know what the problem is, maybe they'll back off. So with that, Sagittarius, I really, 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 really do appreciate you sticking through the video, listening to what I have to say with the messaging here. I really do hope it helps you going into the week. And with that, Sagittarius, I will see you next week.